Namaste and thanks for joining me today. The practice today is going to be on developing leg strength. I keep talking about how much I'm sitting, but I'm really starting to feel it in my body. And I know with my body, I'd have to work a little bit harder to build and maintain any strength that I do have. So with all the sitting that we've been doing, I'm ready to get my legs stronger and feel grounded some more. So for the practice today, I recommend that you have a blanket, 2 blocks and a strap, and as always these can be substituted with things from around the home. I'm going to turn from the side just so you can see me for a moment, but we're going to start in a variation of Vajrasana or Thunderbolt pose with your toes tucked. This is going to start to stretch out your feet and ankles. So from the side, I'll bring my knees, ankles together and tuck my toes to sit on my heels. We'll add in Gomukhasana or cow-faced arms. So you may want the strap for that. Using the strap, you'll put it on your right shoulder. I'm going to turn to give you my back again. From here, take your left arm to the front, turn your left arm in, and then slide your left hand up your back. Working to bring your elbow near your spine and the back of your hand between your shoulders. Reach up with your right arm and either hold the strap or hold hands. Close your eyes for a moment here and begin to breathe very slowly through your nose. Spin your left arm in, spin your right arm out. Relax tension from your face and eyes. Inhale slow. Exhale slower. As you exhale, gently release the bind. Untuck your toes for a moment and just tap out the tops of your feet. Then again, returning to Vajrasana with your toes tucked. So if it really is extremely uncomfortable to sit in this position, do take another one. Moving the strap to your left shoulder. Take your right arm to the front, turn it in, and slide your hand up your back. Move your elbow towards your spine and wiggle the back of your hand between your shoulder blades. Reach up with your left arm and hold hands over the strap. Lift your chest, close your eyes. Turn your right arm bone in this time and spin your left arm bone out. Relax and soften your face. Breathe in. Breathe slowly out. Exhale, release the stretch. Just keep the strap to the side. And from here, come to sit on your bottom. I'm going to turn from the side just for a moment. If you bring your feet out in front of you, take your right ankle on your left thigh and turn your right thigh bone out. Walk your hands in a bit and lift your chest up as you press your chest towards your legs. Pull your shoulders back, bend your elbows, but keep pressing forward as you spin your right thigh bone out to feel stretch in the outer part of your right hip and buttock. Breathe slowly in. Breathe slowly out. And if you enjoy using Ujjayi Pranayama, you're always welcome to practice it. If Ujjayi is an unfamiliar term, if you just scroll through the channel here, we've got a video on how to practice Ujjayi Pranayama. Keep your breath smooth and even through your nose. As you exhale, soften. And keeping your hands to the back for support, we're going to do an ankle alphabet. So stretching your right leg out. I'll do English alphabet because that's the one I'm most familiar with. So here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Uttanasana or east face stretch. I think it's called a reverse plank. So with your fingers pointing towards your bottom, point your toes towards the mat. Squeeze and lift your hips. Look at your hip creases and take your hip creases up as you press your toes down. Tighten the back of your legs here. Exhale and lower. Second leg, so with your knees bent, put your left ankle on your right thigh. Spin your left thigh out as you bring your body close, so push forward. Pull your shoulder blades together, bend your elbows a bit. And again, you're looking for stretch sensation in your left hip and buttock. Slow breath through your nose. Soften your jaw muscles. Inhale here. And exhale here. And then ankle alphabet on the second side. If you're right-handed, see, is it harder to write the alphabet with your left foot? I find it is, actually. So here we go. Again, I'm going to do it in English. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And then again, Purvottanasana, east face stretch. Stretch your legs out, turn your fingers towards your bottom. Squeeze your butt, press your toes down again. Look at your hip creases and lift those higher as you bring your toes to the floor. Tighten your legs a lot. Breathe in. And exhale, come on down. From here, come to your hands and knees. We're going to move into downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your hands a little wider than your shoulders and spread your fingers. Move your knees under your hips. Tuck your toes and turn your bottom up. Pull your inner thighs towards each other. Draw the sides of your waist in and raise your knees. For our first round of downward dog, you're going to keep knees bent. So bending your knees, press your chest back towards your thighs and look back at your feet. Press forward with your hands as you touch your ribs to your thighs. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Get your rib cage to touch your thighs. Really press your chest back. Now keeping your chest in this position, stretch your legs straight and take your bottom up high. Then bend your knees and touch your ribs to your thighs. Keep your heels lifted, raise your bottom higher, straighten your legs. And exhale, touch your ribs to your thigh. One more time. Work your legs straight, keep the lift of your bottom. Pull your butt up higher, press your chest back more. And keeping the height of your sitting bones, begin to stretch your heels towards the mat. Don't lose the shape of your spine here. Press your chest back firm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees almost to the mat and look forward. Come back to that crouching position. Push your hips back. Little bit pulsing here. Again, I said we're going to work today on leg strength. Start to heat up your legs with this. Little pulses. Butt to heels. Butt to heels, and then step your right leg up to the front. Keeping your fingertips on the mat or on blocks, straighten out your right leg. And bend your right knee. Look forward. Straighten your right leg. And bend your knee, look forward. Straighten your right leg. Stretch your left heel towards the floor. Now press down, turn to the right, and raise your right arm. Squeeze your legs and push into your feet as you reach to your right fingers. Then exhale, go back to downward dog. From downward dog, bend your knees almost to the mat and begin the pulses again. Butt to heels. Keep your jaw and eyes soft. Put the energy in your legs and waist. Exhale, bring your left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten it. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten it. Now hold here and begin to stretch your right heel towards the floor. Really press into both feet. Turn to the left, raise your left arm. Squeeze your legs, reach to your fingers. Exhale, step back, downward dog. From downward dog, soften your knees and walk your hands to the back of the mat. You can take your feet a little bit wider than hips and even turn your toes out a little bit. We're going to do from Malasana to Uttanasana, so from garland or squat to standing forward fold. You can have your fingers to the front or hold your ankles. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees and look up. If your heels don't touch the floor, that's okay. It's harder that way, but sometimes it's good to be extra challenged. Exhale, straighten your legs. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straight legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. From here, turn your feet parallel and walk back to downward dog. Take your hands all the way to the front of the mat. Push forward with your hands to get your chest to move back. Then pull your butt up more. Pull your knees up. Don't worry about getting heels down. Get a big stretch here. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise your chest halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, raise your arms, look up. Exhale, breathe into Tadasana. Inhale here. Exhale here. So to generate a little bit more heat and to bring a little bit of fun, I could use more fun in my life at the moment. I'm trying to stay creative, but man, I don't know about you, but I think I'm at 6 weeks of staying home. I'm ready for some fun. So we'll do bouncing. It's one of my favorite things. It's gonna heat up our body. It's gonna increase breath rate, heart rate. It's gonna stimulate healing and movement and hopefully get you to feel happier. So of course, as always, it can be done as low impact. If you have heart problems and are working to increase heart strength, you can always practice with hands on hips, and it can be done low impact as marching. Okay, arms up, and start to bounce. And you can make this as big or as small as you want. The purpose is to just give your whole body a shake. And shake, 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 shake your arms, bounce, 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 keep going. And stop, breathe, watch the movement of energy from that exercise. Round 2, arms up, here we go. Give it a shake, you can shake your arms. You could do 1 foot hops. You could go bigger bouncing. I try to keep things a little bit low impact because I'm not so young anymore, to be honest. And my joints like it better if I'm a little bit gentler, so. But you could certainly try jumping as high as you can. Just keep going. And stop, breathe. And watch the movement of energy. Watch the effect. One more round. Arms up. Here we go. Shake, shake, shake. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Keep it up. Keep going. And stop. Breathe. Smooth the energy. For the next one, you're going to need a block or something that you can stand on. Bounce my mat all around. This is going to work a little bit on balance and also on glute strength. So if you put your right foot on your block and your hands to your hips. If you're challenged by balance today, you can always have one hand at the wall. Now keep your left foot off the mat and begin to shift from your right hip. Start to smooth your breath rate and your heart rate from the bouncing. And focus on creating this movement from your right hip. After a few cycles, you should start to feel the right leg heat up here. Keep your jaw soft. And again, use this as an opportunity to smooth out breath rate. Shifting. Don't let the left foot touch the ground. I can start to feel my right hip and buttock really heat up now. A few more seconds. A few more. Keep going. And release it. Changing sides, so putting your left foot on your lift. Could be some books, but probably hardcover would be more stable than a paperback. Okay, with your right foot hovering off the mat, begin to shift from the left hip. And again, I'm working to keep my right foot off the floor, and I want my left leg to do all the heavy lifting here. Relax your jaw. Make your eyes soft. Focus on the movement at your left hip. Going. Kind of put me in a trance there. I sort of blanked out. Lift, lower, lift, lower. A few more seconds. Hopefully you're starting to feel some heat in the left leg. Ooh, don't lose your balance. And let it go. Whew. Keeping that same block, if you put the ball of your right foot on the edge of the block, so again, you have a heel on your foot, you have an arch of your foot, and you have the ball of your foot. A lot of times students stick things in the arch of their foot, but you want to put on the ball of your foot. That's where you would stand in high heels. And then bend your right knee and just lean on that block. You're looking to feel some stretch at your right ankle and calf. Leaning into it. Breathe in. Breathe out. And release it. Changing legs. on the block. Bend your left knee, lean into that till you feel the stretch in your left ankle and calf. Slow, smooth breath. And release. Keeping your blocks to the side. Let's go through some standing asana, starting with Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So from the center of your mat, inhale and touch your heart. Exhale, take your legs wide apart, making a big star shape here. Turn your right leg out, turn your left toes in, line up the heel of your right foot with the arch of your left. Reach into your left hand, look to the right, and then bend your right knee. Press your right inner knee forward, bring your right hip down. Reach into your left fingers, squeeze your left butt cheek, look to your right hand. Now notice your upper body here. Work to keep shoulders over hips. Work to keep your arms even. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Turn your legs parallel. Turn your left leg out, turn your right toes in, reach to your right hand, exhale, bend your left knee. Push your left inner knee forward as you squeeze your right butt cheek. Reach into your right fingers and look at the left. Smooth out your breath right here. And maintain full awareness on what it feels like to hold this shape. Inhale, straighten your leg. Turn your legs parallel. Touch your heart. Exhale, breathe into Tadasana. Uddita Parshva extended side angle pose. Inhale and touch your heart. Exhale, take your legs wide. Turn your right leg out. Turn your left foot in. Look to the right and bend your right knee. Now begin to move your hips to the left as you take your upper body right. Really ground into your feet. First stop is forearm to thigh. Go deeper to put your hand outside your right foot. You can put a block under your right hand as well. Now swing your bottom under, press your left thigh back, turn your chest up. Then stretch your left bicep right. And really stretch. Ground into your left foot, reach to your left fingers. Keep turning your chest up by swinging your right butt cheek under. Press your left thigh back more. Smooth your breath. Now really press down and inhale, straighten your leg as you come up. Turn your legs parallel. Turn your left leg out, turn your right foot in, look left, bend your left knee. Anchor into the right leg and shift your hips right as you reach left. You can put your forearm on your thigh. You can touch your hand to a block or the floor outside your left foot. Swing your left buttock under, press your right thigh back, turn your chest up, now reach to the left. Bring your right arm along your right ear. Keep firming into your feet as you extend energy into your right fingertips. Smooth breath. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your chest and straighten your leg. Turn your legs parallel. Touch your heart. Exhale, breathe into Tadasana. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Inhale, touch your heart. Exhale, take your legs wide again. Put your hands to your hips now. Turn your right leg out, move it a little bit right. Turn your left leg in and turn your chest, hips, and whole body to face the short edge of the mat. Check that your left foot points towards the front left corner. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, bend your right knee. So to take it deeper, step the left leg back more. Press your right inner knee forward. Bring your left ribs forward. Look up. Stretch back into your left leg as you push forward into your right. Breathe. Inhale, straighten. Put your hands to your hips and turn. Turn your left leg out, move it a little bit left. Turn your right leg in. Turn your right foot towards the front right corner. Bring your ribs to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, bend your left knee, and again, you can increase the distance between your feet to take your hips lower. Bring your right ribs to the front and actively reach back into the right leg. Press your left inner knee forward more. Look up. Keep breathing. Release the tension from your face. Inhale, straighten. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn. Touch your heart. Exhale, breathe, Tadasana. Smooth it out now. Parshabhottanasana, intense side stretch. You can hold elbows, or you can put the palms of your hands together behind your back for Paschimottanasana Namaskarasana. And from the center of your mat, widen your feet about 1 meter or 3 feet, so a little bit shorter than the extended postures. Turn your right leg out, turn your left leg in, turn your body to the short edge of the mat, and bring your left ribs forward as you pull your right hip to the back. Now squeeze both knees and inhale, raise your chest. Exhale, turn your left hip and thigh in. Really press into your feet as you fold forward. Draw your sitting bones up as you take your ribs to your thigh. Once your rib cage touches your thigh, put your chin on your shin. Keep pulling your knees and your sitting bones up. Now slow breath in and out. Press into your feet, look forward. As you inhale, pull with the back of your body to stand up. Then turn your legs parallel, turn your left out, turn your right in, turn to the left. Point your right toes towards the front right corner, bring your right rib cage forward, squeeze your legs, and inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, turn your right hip and thigh in as you fold over your left leg now. Take your right armpit down, raise your left armpit, touch your ribs to your thigh, put your chin on your shin. Pull your butt higher. Keep breathing. Now lift your chin, press into your feet, and inhale, come slowly back up. Turn your legs parallel, step your feet together, and breathe here in Tadasana. Breathe. We'll do a couple rounds of Uttanasana or intense forward fold. So if you're using blocks to touch the mat, make sure that you have them on standby. Start with the inner edges of your feet together and bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale and lift your chest. Exhale, press your butt back and put your hands on the floor on the blocks. So we want to stretch hamstrings here, which means you want to get your legs straight. Using the blocks will help you get your legs straight and get a deeper stretch. I would be careful about just dangling in outer space because this is just putting so much pressure on your back. So do put support under your hands. With your hands down, inhale, lift your chest halfway up, look forward. Now exhale, fold deep. Pull your knees up high as you pull your bottom up high, and then pull your head down. Shift over your hips slightly. I'll turn from the side for a moment. Breathe in. Slowly, slowly breathe out. From here, bend your left knee. Press into your right big toe more. Pull your right buttock high. Bend your left. Work your right straighter. Breathe here. Now straighten your left leg and bend your right knee. Press your left big toe down. Pull your sitting bones up. Breathe. Work both legs straight now. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Squeeze your inner thighs. Put your hands to your hips and then inhale, come up to stand. And now breathe here into Tadasana. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Pull the sides of your waist in and press down. Let the energy settle. We're going to do a variation of Uttanasana. This is probably more a variation of Padangusthasana, big toe pose. And we'll be working to take one leg off the floor. This is going to challenge balance, strength, and flexibility. So again, having the block on standby is going to be helpful. So if you start with your feet hip distance and your hands on your hips. Inhale, raise your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Take your first two fingers and grip your big toes. This is Padangusthasana, big toe pose. From Padangusthasana, option for more support, put your left hand on a block or the floor off to the left. To give yourself a much bigger challenge, keep holding both big toes. Now press into your left foot and pick up your right foot. Begin to raise your right leg. Really grip your fingers with your big toes. Take it up as high as you can. Woo. It's a challenge. And it's even harder if you keep trying to hold big toes. Let's try again. Raise the right foot. Grip your fingers with your big toes. So use your big toe like a finger and raise that right leg as high as you can. And take it back down. Take a breath. Take your right hand off to the right, or extra hard, keep holding your right big toe. Shift to the right foot, pick up the left. Again, use your big toes like fingers and grip. Raise the left leg. It's going to be challenging. You can see me here. I'm kind of losing it and catching it again. Keep working it. And slowly back down. Ooh, that was a little faster than slow. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Squeeze your inner thighs, tighten your waist. Take your hands to your hips and inhale, come back up. Exhale, breathe here. I don't know what I look like in that one, but that was hard. Okay, next one. Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolve triangle pose. So if you're finding the blocks are useful for Parivrtta Trikonasana, you'll place the blocks at the back side of the mat like this. And then stand between the blocks, put your hands to your hips and widen your feet a meter, shorter stance. Turn your right leg out, turn your left leg in, turn to face the short edge. Check that your left toes point towards the left corner. Pull your right hip back, inhale, raise your left arm. Super squeeze your legs. Breathe in. As you exhale, pull your right hip back and reach towards the right corner with your left hand. Take your left hand to the block or the mat. If you put the block inside your foot, it's going to be more supported. Block outside, bigger challenge. Now shift forward as you turn your chest to the right. Pull your sitting bones higher, pull your knees up. Keep turning. Whoops. Raise your right arm. I almost went down there. It's a big, strong pose. Lot of work in the legs. Keep pressing down as you pull your butt up and then turn, reach to your right fingers. Exhale, bring your right hand to your hip. Pull your hip back, press into your feet, bring both hands to your hips and come to stand. Turn your legs to parallel, turn your left leg out, turn your right leg in, turn to the left side now. Check that your right toes point towards the front right corner. Inhale, raise your right arm, pull your left hip back, squeeze your legs. Exhale, start to reach towards the left corner. Put your hand inside or outside your left foot, on the mat or on a block. Now shift forward a bit as you turn your chest left. Keep squeezing and turning. Last bit, raise your left arm. Press into your feet, reach to your fingers. Breathe. Exhale, take your left hand to your hip. Pull your hip back. Press down with both hands on your hips. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, turn your feet parallel and breathe here into Tadasana. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sometimes it's called chair pose, but in Sanskrit it translates as fierce. And I find personally that's a better description of the experience. It's a strong one. We'll do it with our feet and arms hip and shoulder distance today. So starting with your feet hip distance, inhale, raise your arms shoulder distance, and exhale, sit your butt to the back. From the side, push your bottom back. Pull your waist in from the sides and back towards your belly button. Reach back through your thumbs and breathe. Now shift to your right and pick up your left foot. Raise your left butt cheeks. You're going to go forward and to the right a little bit. Now little tiny pulses. Working right leg strength here. Come to both feet. Keep your knees bent. You're still in Utkatasana. Shift left. Raise your right foot. Raise your right sitting bone. Little pulses. Keep going. Back to Utkatasana. Sit a little lower. Breathe. Inhale, stand. Exhale, breathe here. we'll go Utkatasana to Malasana. So Malasana is the squat. If your heels don't hit the floor all the way, you have the option of putting the blanket behind your heels and turning your feet out a little bit and doing it this way. If you're able to do it with your heels down, no need for the blanket. Start with your feet hip distance, raise your arms. Inhale here. Now exhale, go as low as you can. And then lift back up. And go low. Lift back up. Let's do this 8 times, so that's 2. Here's 3. And back up. 4. And up. 5. Push your butt back as you go down. Push your butt back as you stand up. 6. 2 more. 7. 8. Last one, and we're going to keep it down this time. With your hips down, raise your arms as high as you can. Notice your back has to work crazy hard here. Keep breathing. Reach back through your thumbs. And exhale, hands down. Step back, downward dog. Make the pyramid shape here. Press forward with your hands as you raise your bottom. Press your chest back. Inhale. Exhale. This time bring your knees almost to the mat. We're going to do some more of those pulsing crouch shapes. Heels to butt. Working on your glutes, your calves, hamstrings, quads, all of your legs here. Keep your eyes and jaw soft. Keep pulsing. The closer you get your heels to your butt, it's going to make it a little bit stronger. A few more. And then go to downward dog. Breathe slowly here. As you exhale, come to your hands and knees. Flip onto the back of your right hand and lean back, stretch out your wrist. Take a breath. Change hands. Back of your left hand, flip it, press it, lean back. Take a breath. And coming to both hands now. Raise your right leg. I call these Jane Fonda pumps. I've been kind of doing a lot of 80s jazzercise aerobics this week as well, so I'm down with the thongs and the leg warmers. From here, begin to pulse. So it's like you're putting a footprint on the ceiling. Of course, as always, you can put padding under your left knee. You're going to hopefully start to feel the right hip heating up for the movement and your left hip working for support and foundation. Just keep putting footprints on the ceiling here. A few more. Now squeeze it out, kick your butt. Squeeze it out and kick. We'll do this 8 times. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold 8 out. Now come to left fingertips and stretch your left arm forward, right leg back. Breathe.
Bring your left hand down. Now cross your right leg to the left. Press your heel away and look at your right foot. Take a breath here and squeeze your left ribs to your left hip. Come back to hands and knees. Second side, flex your left foot and begin to Jane Fonda pump the left leg. Work with breathing through your nose as you pay attention to how this movement and shape affect your systems. What do you feel and where? Keep going, a few more seconds. And now kick it out, pull it. 2, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hold 8. Come to your right fingertips, stretch your right arm forward. Pull your tummy in, reach into fingers and toes, breathe. And put your right hand down, take your left foot to the right now, press your left heel away. Squeeze your right ribs to your right waist. And coming back to hands and knees, sit back on your heels and circle out your wrists. Reverse your circle. Squeeze and release. Change sides. Let's do one more set on hands and knees. So again, coming to hands a little bit wider than shoulders and spread your fingers. Move your knees under your hips. Pick up your right knee. Bring it in. Raise it to the right. Bring it in. Pick it up. That's one. In, out, in, up. In, out, in, up. That's 3. In, out, in, 4. In, out, in, lift 5. In, out, in, lift up 6. 2 more. In, out, in, 7. And 8. Hold. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. And pull it down. Raise your left leg. Bring it in. Lift it left. Bring it in. Lift it up. That's 1. In, out, in, up 2. In, out, in, 3. In, out, in, 4, in, out, in, 5, out, 6, 7, last one, and 8. Hold it, squeeze the back of your leg, bring your heel to your butt, and to both hands. From here, come and lay on your back. You want your strap handy and your block. And if you don't have blocks, it's okay. It can be done without blocks. And if you don't have the strap, it can also be done without strap. Come lay on your back and we'll do some Setu bandhas. So for first round, you're going to put one block between your feet like this. Second block like this between your thighs. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. They are not having them doesn't mean you can't do it. Let's put it that way. Okay, so we're going to use Setu bandha to strengthen the back of our legs. Moving your ankles under your knees. Bend your elbows and point your fingers to the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your outer shoulder to the mat. You want that big puffy chest. Now grip the block with your thighs and feet. Squeeze and lift your hips. Let your knees go forward. Little bit down, up and squeeze. Down, up and squeeze. Let's do this 8 more times. 1, squeeze it all you got. 2, squeeze. 3, 4, 5. Give it a squeeze. 6, 7. Now hold 8. Catch your hands behind your back. Bring your shoulders in more. Squeeze and lift your hips high. Exhale, come down, relax, breathe. Take the blocks to the side. This time we'll do it with one leg lifted, so it'll be a little bit extra challenge. Again, you're working to contract the back of your leg. You want to feel your butt and your hamstrings and your calf muscles working. So starting with your feet under your knees, bend your elbows, point your fingers up, press your outer shoulder to the mat, get a big puffy chest. Now lift your hips up. Hold hands behind your back and roll your outer shoulder to the mat. Now move your left foot a little bit midline and bring your right knee to your chest. Stretch your right leg out. Little pulses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 8 up and put your right foot down. Lift your chest more. Bring your left knee in. Stretch your left leg out, pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 8 up. And both feet to the mat. Now lift your hips higher. Press your knees forward. Exhale, relax. Breathe. One more round, say to Bandha. Again, we're using it to build leg strength today. So with your ankles under your knees, bend your elbows, point your fingers up. Roll your outer shoulder to the mat, puff up your chest, lift your hips. Hold hands behind your back and bring your shoulders in more to really get the outer shoulder to the mat. Now pulsing on the up. Squeeze up, squeeze up, squeeze up. Keep going. Squeeze on the up. Lift higher. Notice you're probably feeling some heat in your legs now. Keep going. Little pulsing on the up. And exhale, come down, relax. Breathe. Uttanasana, reclining big toe pose. So we'll start to cool it down a little bit and stretch things out. If you find your strap, and put it on the ball of your right foot. Hold the strap with your right hand, put your left hand on your thigh and make both legs straight here. Make your right arm straight. Weight your right shoulder to the floor as you press your right heel up and work your right leg as straight as you can get it. Breathe. Slow cycles of breath. Relax the tension from your jaw and neck. Bend your left knee. Bend bend your right knee and change sides. Put the strap on the ball of your left foot. Stretch your left leg up, hold the strap with your left hand, stretch your right leg out. Make your left arm straight and weight your left shoulder to the mat as you push your left heel up. So use the tension of left shoulder grounding. Press through the left heel, get your legs straight. Now soften your jaw and smooth your breath. Exhale, bend your right knee. Bend your left knee, keep the strap to the side. With your knees bent, cross your right leg over your left like you're sitting in a chair. Then bring your knees into your chest and hold the front of your shins. Rock your tailbone towards the end of the mat. Option to stay here. To go deeper, hold your ankles and then lift your ankles out to the sides like handlebars. Pull your ankles wide. Press your knees to your chest and press your hips to the floor. So as you do this, notice if the back of your pelvis is coming away from the mat and press that down. You're looking for stretch in your outer hips here. Exhale, release. Cross your left leg over your right leg, again like you're sitting in a chair, and just hold the front of your shins. Keep the back of your hips in contact with the mat as you hug your knees close. Now soften your face, your jaw. Hold your ankles and option to widen your ankles this direction. Keep pressing the back of your hips to the mat as you bring your knees closer. And relax your jaw and breathe into the sensation. Exhale, bring your heels down and bring both feet to the mat. We'll finish almost 2 more postures. So take your feet wide. And again, this is one of my favorite twists, but you do need wide feet, so don't skip that bit. Reach your arms back and hold your right wrist with your left hand. Now take your knees to the left. Again, don't bring your feet together. Keep your feet wide and push your right hip and knee towards the left corner. Then stretch your right arm up till you feel a stretch all on the right side. Breathe in. And breathe out. As you exhale, pull your tummy back to raise your knees, and then hold your left wrist, drop your knees to the right. Keep your feet apart. Now press your left hip and knee towards the right as you reach back. Make the left side long. Slow cycles of breath here. As you exhale, pull your tummy back. Bring your knees up. And then bring your knees to your chest and rock a little bit right and left. Massage your back and wiggle your tailbone to the end of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, touch your nose to your knees. And then stretch out for Shavasana. Stretch your legs out, let your feet fall out. Wiggle and adjust your shoulders and hips and turn your hands up. Now close your eyes. And relax here until you hear my voice again. If you would like to relax longer, pause the video now. If you're ready to transition out of practice, begin to move your hands and feet gently. When you exhale, turn to your right side and bring your body up to sit. Sit in Sukhasana for a moment, easy seat, so just cross your shins, scoot your bottom back and bring your shoulders over your hips. Just take a few slow cycles of breath here in an upright position, using your breath to balance out your energy. When you exhale, put your hands at your heart in any gesture that's authentic to you, and take a moment to dedicate and offer your practice to peace. Use your practice to create peace in your life so that you can share the energy of peace with others. And as you go through the rest of your day today, search for opportunities to share kindness and compassion, patience, joy, and peace. When you exhale, bring your hands down. And as you inhale, open your eyes. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I hope you're feeling stronger and a little bit brighter. And I hope to see you again. Namaste.